What's up guys, Chaz here. If you're new to my channel, I basically teach you photography tips on how you can better your photography. So if you'd like to hear more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. Today I'm going to be showing you what I do to make my photos stand out and be a little bit more eye-catching to my audience. So I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks that you can use for your photos. All right, stay tuned. All right, so the first tip is rule of thirds. And what the rule of thirds is, you're setting your subject a little bit more to the left or the right of your frame rather than in the middle. There are some instances where you set your subject in the middle of the frame, but in some cases, if say you're showing a full body shot, then having your subject move a little bit more left or a little bit more right of your frame makes the eye flow a little bit better and more eye-catching to your audience. And you can use this by adding grid lines on your camera. Every camera is different, so look into the grid lines and that'll help you find where that rule of thirds is. Another way that you can use to make your photos stand out is leading lines. Now what leading lines are, lines that lead in a certain direction. So say you're out shooting somewhere and let's say you're using a fence. The fence you can use to lead to your subject. Have your subject stand to the back of the fence as the lines lead towards your subject. And this will give your audience's eyes somewhere to follow and gives that photo a little bit more appeal. Another way you can make your photo stand out a little bit more is by framing your subject within a frame. So what framing your subject within a frame is you take your subject and maybe put them in a doorway, a tunnel, and that's another frame within your frame. This is something interesting to look at and give your photos a little bit more punch. All right, so the last but not least thing that you could use to make your photos stand out a little bit more is adding something in the foreground. So I use this a lot when I'm shooting portraits. And what that means is adding something in the foreground is, say you have your subject stand behind a tree, you get really close to the leaves if you're shooting your subject within the trees, and you have the leaves blurred out in the foreground and have your subject in focus in the background. And this is just something a little bit interesting to your photos and just makes it a little bit different and stand out. So those are the 4 things that I use to make my photos stand out and be a little bit more eye-catching. Try them in your next photo shoot. Let me know how they turn out. All right, thank you for watching.